Qualitative analysis of fifth group radicals part 2. I'm again सौरभ here. और इसके पहले की वीडियो में हमने देखा था कि हम किस प्रकार इन रेडिकल्स को आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे, सेपरेट करेंगे और पहचानेंगे. इस वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे उन रेडिकल्स की केमिकल रिएक्टिविटी के बारे में, केमिकल रिएक्शंस के बारे में और उनके पर्टिकुलर रिएजेंट्स के साथ उनके रिस्पॉन्सेस के बारे में. So the action of some reagents on cations of fifth group is the thing that we are going to discuss it right now. मेरे पास है radicals बेरियम, स्ट्रोंशियम और कैल्शियम, और सबसे पहले मैं डिस्कस करता हूं सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड के साथ, डाइल्यूट सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड के साथ उनकी रिएक्शन. शायद आप लोगों को पता ही है कि बेरियम के साथ बेरियम सल्फेट, स्ट्रोंशियम के साथ स्ट्रोंशियम सल्फेट और कैल्शियम के साथ कैल्शियम सल्फेट प्रेसिपिटेट होगा. लेकिन ध्यान रहे कि बेरियम सल्फेट it is not dissolved in acids and alkalis is a very important property of barium sulfate. जो सल्फेट बनेगा वो स्ट्रॉन्ग सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड में भी नहीं घुलेगा. और जो स्ट्रोंशियम सल्फेट है it also gets not dissolved in acids and alkalis. However, when talk about calcium sulfate, it is soluble in strong solution of ammonium sulfate itself and partly soluble in water. Therefore, the precipitation of calcium as a calcium sulfate is not that feasible as is possible in case of barium and strontium. This may be an idea for separation. When you treat with the saturated solution of calcium sulfate, that's gypsum water, then we expect barium sulfate to be formed and strontium sulfate to be formed. Obviously, a white precipitate that is getting precipitated almost immediately. So precipitation की rate बहुत fast है, लेकिन स्ट्रोंशियम सल्फेट में ये जो प्रेसिपिटेट तो होगा लेकिन धीरे धीरे और गर्म करने पर होगा. दिस इज ऑल्सो अ क्लू ऑफ बेरियम एंड स्ट्रोंशियम कंपोनेंट. वेल, कैल्शियम इज नीडलेस टू टॉक हियर. यदि हम बात कर रहे हैं अमोनियम कार्बोनेट की, अमोनियम क्लोराइड और अमोनियम हाइड्रोक्साइड की उपस्थिति में, जो कि रेडिकल का फिफ्थ ग्रुप के रेडिकल का ग्रुप रीजन भी है, तो हमने देखा था कि कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग कार्बोनेट्स आर प्रोड्यूस्ड which all are soluble in mineral acids and the organic acid like acetic acid. So corresponding carbonates, a white precipitate partly dissolved in strong acids and acetic acids. So strontium carbonate is also soluble and calcium carbonate is also soluble in acetic acid. So when we get the white precipitates of barium, strontium and calcium and we add acetic acid to it, a very clear solution, water-like solution is produced with strong effervescence of carbon dioxide, and that is how that will be the first step that we proceed for separation of barium, strontium and calcium thereafter. When you are reacting with potassium chromate solution, you add the lab reagent, that is the chromate solution, and a barium chromate, a yellow precipitate that we have seen that barium forms insoluble precipitates. It is partly dissolved in strong acid and does not dissolve in acetic acid. So it's a clue. Strontium chromate is a yellow precipitate. It is also partly soluble in strong acids and acetic acid. However, calcium chromate is not formed. When we talk about ammonium oxalate, very good. This is a very specific reason. Barium oxalate, white precipitate. It is not dissolved in strong acid. It is not dissolved in acetic acid as well. So is the case with strontium oxalate, a white precipitate. It is dissolved in strong acid, is not dissolved in acetic acid. Calcium oxalate, a white precipitate, it dissolved in strong acid, is not soluble in acetic acid. So when we want to identify calcium oxalate, what we do is we dissolve in dilute sulfuric acid, and thereafter we can go for the test of either calcium ions or oxalate ions. That depends on your choice. So this is how they respond towards various reagents. If you talk about chemical reactions of fifth group, carbonates are formed correspondingly in presence of ammonium chloride, ammonium hydroxide and ammonium carbonate. Barium as a barium carbonate white, strontium as a strontium carbonate white and calcium as a calcium carbonate white. All these carbonates are soluble in acetic acid. With sulfate ions, barium forms barium sulfate, strontium forms strontium sulfate, and calcium also forms calcium sulfate. But calcium do not precipitate completely because its solubility is rather high, and that is how it can form a basis for separation of calcium from barium and strontium. That could be a good clue. When you talk about reaction with potassium chromate, barium as a barium chromate, barium के पीले precipitate very common है. Strontium as a strontium chromate yellow, we do get this. Calcium as calcium chromate, we also believe this to happen. But being water soluble, ये precipitate नहीं होगा, आयन के रूप में पड़ा रहेगा. तो हमारे पास बेरियम और स्ट्रॉन्शियम को कैल्शियम से अलग करने का तरीका है. स्ट्रॉन्शियम सल्फेट इज सॉल्युबल इन वीक एसिड, एसिटिक एसिड, देयरफॉर दिस प्रॉपर्टी इज यूज्ड for the separation and detection of barium ions in presence of strontium and calcium ions. This can be done. Ammonium oxalate. All these radicals can be precipitated by adding aqueous solution of ammonium oxalate. We have seen that the corresponding oxalates are formed which are white, but barium oxalate and strontium oxalate are soluble in hot acetic acids. Just how we discussed that these properties are used for detection of calcium ions in presence of barium and strontium ions. With potassium ferrocyanide, it is believed that calcium forms a complex like calcium, potassium, ammonium ferrocyanide, which is a white crystalline substance which forms at a slightly alkaline pH. Barium interferes in this test and strontium does not react. So that's all. The reactions that we have been talking about, barium, strontium and calcium, separation and identification is not that difficult. Thanks for watching this video.